Hey, my beautiful Aquarius, hope that you're doing amazing. Welcome to your general reading, your general love reading with Matron Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. This is for the 15th until the 31st of July. Now, it is general, but when you come across something that resonates with you, place your hand on your heart and you say yes to it. We're going to do things a little bit differently. And may continue doing so going forward. So when it comes to life, but love especially, a lot of times it's so easy to say, well, it's their fault, you know but we all have divine male and divine feminine energy inside of us, and most of the times, well, practically all of the times, when something is out of balance in our life, it's because one of those energies are out of balance. So whether you are male or female, not gender specific, we're going to look at your divine male energy, your divine feminine energy, because we all have both, and it's only when both are in balance that things are actually working out for you. All right, you might hear some noises at the back, whatever it may be, just letting you know. Indulge me on that, but let's go. Okay, I hope that you're doing great. So we're going to start looking at your divine feminine energy, and again, this is non-gender specific. Whether you are male or female, we are looking at your divine feminine energy first, which is the more feminine aspect. It's about your emotions, it's about your heart, it's about those personal needs that you have inside, and that goes for everyone. So we're going to take a look at that for you first and see what we've got going over there, and at the end we'll just bring everything back together, see how you get the balance going on over there. Okay, so you have two cards that came out there for you immediately, my beautiful Aquarius. The first one is the Four of Inspiration, which is the Four of Wands, which is traditionally known as the marriage card. And then you also have the Sun energy, which is the highest vibrational card in the tarot deck. So for those of you that are really, if your personal independence and your personal needs and those things are really, really important to you, beautiful Aquarius, or, dealing with Aquarius, where you've got Aquarius in your chart, this is your reading. But if, I see you being at the space where, and it may have taken you quite a while to get here, but I see you being at the space, beautiful Aquarius. Let me show you the cards. I see you being at this beautiful space where you may have wanted this stability for quite a while there. You may have wanted this inner stability. Now, yes, the Four of Inspiration, the Four of Wands, is traditionally known as the marriage card. But we also want to bear in mind that, most tarot decks are sort of based off the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, by Arthur Edward Waite and Pamela Coleman Smith. And that deck was released like back in 1909, 1910, back in very traditional, back in the day, Britain. And back then, the most fulfilling, the most comforting sort of thing, the most correct sort of success that a person could achieve, especially a woman, was to get married. That is, for men as well, but that was the goal for all. And so the Four of Wands is often seen as this, best possible thing that can happen for you. But let's remember, we fast forwarded a bit in time now. So for you, what does this mean, beautiful Aquarius? What does this mean to your heart? What is emotional stability that you want and that you need and that you crave? Because I see that being 100% possible for you. All right, I see emotional stability being the thing that is very, very possible to you and that is very, very available to you right now. And I see it serving you in the best possible way. So for some of you, this might actually mean sort of like breaking out of the mold, breaking free from the mold, breaking free from expectations, from what other people actually want from you and expect from you. But it's, I see you almost like this beautiful field of flowers that is coming to light, my beautiful Aquarius. So I do sense that maybe your personal choices of freedom might not be so in alignment with everybody else's, but I do see that it is the right choice for you. Okay? And I do see that it gives you what you need. All right, and what you desire and what you require to grow as a soul, having a human being experience. I want to draw you one more card over there. So I'm going to say to you, really, it's about, it's about honoring your needs. It's about honoring your desires and your requirements, and what is, and what is really just important to you. And some people may say to you, know what, Aquarius, whatever your name may be or however they might be calling you, they may say to you like, you are being so selfish. You are just doing your own thing. You don't seem to care. And what about, I can see for a lot of you that sort of situation. It definitely builds on the reading that I did for you last week. But it's definitely building on that sense that, that there might be a lot of accusation where people are going like, well, what are you doing? And look at what you're doing, and look at how negatively it's affecting other people, and don't you have a heart, and that sort of thing. And I see that some people are actually having, taking the liberty to actually even initiate that sort of conversation with you, because I see for the longest time, for some of you, you just allow people to say what they want and to do what they want, and you just kept quiet, and, you just kept on baking those peace pies. And I see that, that the time for that has definitely come to an end. Let's draw you one more card over here. Let's see what else do we have for you. You got the Page of Emotions, Page of Cups. This is the potential for New Year, potential for, sort of like what makes you happy. I feel that it's like a lot of you have, in a sense, been withholding the truth of who you are, the joy of who you are, the beauty of who you are from others, from the world. They didn't quite see all of that. And I see that your heart is opening. I see that like in personal sort of, strength, that you are really going to that next level, which is really, really beautiful. And I just see a whole new life opening here for you. For those of you that are open to that, I definitely see new life. I definitely see the potential of new love. I see but when I say new love, I don't just mean like a nice little connection, nice little person to just make you feel good and stuff like that. What I'm talking about here is that I see that you are encouraged, and I see it happening for a lot of you also. You're opening your heart so unapologetically that all the right things and right people and right connections and right energies are being attracted to you. So that takes a lot of bravery, actually. So really taking my head off to you, beautiful Aquarius, with that, going for the love that you really, really need. And I like that. Going for the love that you really, really need, what your heart desires and requires. Let's see what that is. So that's the divine feminine side. That's their emotions, strong needs being acknowledged, which is always really great because it leads to more positivity, love, light, potential, all of those type of things. Now, let's see in divine male energy what that means for you. So we've been looking at emotions and feelings and deeper needs and those sort of stuff. Now we're looking at the more other things of life, the technical side of life, the logical side of life. So we're looking at the money and the home and, all of those little things that can creep in there. The ability to maintain yourself and to maintain whoever it is that you need to maintain and support and look after and all of those sort of things. Okay? Let's see divine male energy. If any of you are interested in learning card reading or spiritual development, you can check the links for my courses down below in the description. Very excited because I'm also busy creating an advanced tarot reading course at the moment, which is just exciting. Alright, so for your divine male energy, beautiful Aquarius, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, so beautiful Jupiter energy there, the Five of Swords and the Page of Wands. So some of you are facing a real up battle here, because I do see that things are turning, positively into your favor, and especially for those of you that might have been worried about your job, your car, your career, your money, how do I make things work, how do I support myself, how do I pay for whatever I need to pay. I see things actually working out really, really well for you here. Maybe not as fast as you'd like them to, but, when you flow in the sense of honesty that you are flowing in the moment, senses like, I'm not happy, I am afraid, I am scared, I am concerned, I don't know what to do, I do feel defeated, I do feel depleted, I do feel without hope. But on the other side also, I do feel hopeful, I am excited for what the future might possibly give. This honesty of emotions that you have, and I feel that you are no longer sort of like, as I recently said in a recent reading of an Aquarius, not putting a plaster over something that needs stitches, so no longer sort of like ignoring the truth. because a lot of you are no longer doing that, you are moving forward and you're moving forward in a wonderful way because you are very clear in life about what you want and what you don't want. Is it easy? For many of you, there is that, that space where it seems easier to rather not go and, be brave and to not pursue your path forward and to rather just, play the game that it's always been played and play the safe game, because that seems like, I won't really say that it seems like the best thing to do, but again, there might be those that are saying to you, what are you doing? Look at what you are doing. Look at the pain that you are causing. And especially for those of you that are in connections that you maybe decide to stay together rather for the children, I can tell you from personal experience, as devastating as many have said, as it can be to, to move away and, for the children to experience that break. I can tell you from personal experience that it's usually better, because at some point you get to a point where you really say to yourself, can these people actually just split? All right. So for those of you that are justifying, staying together, maybe for the sake of the children, that sort of thing, not really doing those kids a favor. Okay. And allow yourself there with the Page of Wands. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to you don't have to jump into somebody else's arms or anything like that, but allow yourself to be open to the possibility more and more that that perfect love is there for you, that that perfect connection is there for you, that that perfect person is there for you, that your standards are not too high, that your standards are high because you know your worth and you know your value, and if that is what you want, then that person must exist. So do not let go of that. All right. In actual fact, you want to actually be more and more open to that, because that is also how you attract yourself to it, to you. That is how you say yes to it. That is how you acknowledge that it exists. So that is how you draw it closer to you, and always know that what you are seeking is also seeking you. All right. Let's tie it all in together for you, my beautiful Aquarius. So those are some very powerful messages that are coming through there for you. So let's tie it on all together for you, and let's see what is happening over here. Very open to your, where you might be standing at the moment. If it's okay for you to share, I know in comments, I know that it's very brave sometimes. Or you can always just like the video. Remember to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. So tying things all back in together for you. So you've got the Five of Swords twice, because we also had the Five of Swords there in your divine male energy. So we've got the Page of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Swords there for you. So, is it easy just to open yourself to new love and to new possibilities and things like that? No, I can see that for many of you, it's actually really, really terrifying. Maybe you have been, alone for such a long period of time, doing things certain ways, or you've been in this connection. It's just there's a sense of familiarity here, which almost feels, I would say, slightly treacherous, that if you let it go, but I feel that it comes more from fear as opposed to actual logic. Okay. There are those ideas, especially for, I was going to say especially for those of you that are in a connection, but I actually feel that it goes both ways. There with the Five of Swords, where you might say to yourself, well, maybe it's better because, this is the devil that I know, this is what I'm familiar with, so it's better for me to just go with what I know. But I'm going to actually encourage you to feel those feelings, to hear those emotions, to acknowledge them. Don't try to run away from them, but to also say to them, I don't want to repeat the same mistakes of the past. I don't want to have that same, unfulfilling experience that I had in the past. And to say to it, I see that life is trying to keep me there because he thinks this is what I know and this is what is better for me, but I'm open to more. So really be open to more, okay? And instead of trying to fight your feelings of fear, I'm going to say embrace them. And when you get those feelings of sort of like excitement for what it is that you would actually like to have in love, I will say embrace those as well, Aquarius. All right. It's about that becoming more clear in your mind. I feel that for many of you, you've got a lot of thoughts going on in your mind, but a lot of those thoughts and ideas might actually be sort of like ideas that were planted there by other people, so you want to be willing to move past that. Okay. So that's what I got for you, my beautiful Aquarius. I do hope that helps. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading, you can check the details in the description on how to book that. From my heart, namaste, love and light. See you next time. Bye.